Hey folks, I'm Mysterious JG and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X-2. Turns out the key to beating this guy is to fail enough times in a row that you decide, okay, I'm going to put the sound back on my TV and take out the headsets because this might take a while. And my ears are starting to feel bad from the headsets. And then you immediately win as soon as you do that, so that's pretty cool. I also found out I needed to dodge like crazy because every time I got counterattacked, I would basically I'd be completely boned, and I thought that would reduce my score to nothing. But let's see, because I had a really high starting score before it took away points. It does take away a lot, though. Oh no, but it's still a new high score. Like I was losing with very low high scores against these guys, so. And we get to find out what happens if you get a high score over that 100k threshold, and apparently the answer is nothing. So whatever. I'm gonna save. There's no reason for me to save. I'm going to board the airship. I need to save before challenging the next set of cactuars if I'm seriously going to give a rat's ass about whether I win the minigame, which apparently I do. Riku wants to know how fiends got inside the temples, even though in many cases the fiends already had temples inside. Or rather, the temples already had fiends inside. So we got to continue with the cactuar super quest here. I feel a little bad now that I think about it. By doing all this mining, digging minigame off screen, you guys didn't get to see me ever get attacked. Unless it happened on screen once and I forgot, you never got to see me attacked by Angria Mayu, or whatever the heck this boss is called. Because you actually do get to see it and be like, whoa, what the hell is that? And then you don't really get to fight it. And it's a prelude to the boss that this side quest revolves around, because eventually we'll have to fight it for reals. I'll translate. Loberia, you've made it home safe. Did you find your cozy little box?
That's the gist of it.
Ooh. So he likes finding cozy boxes, eh? He's a Frenchman. I'll translate. I am the mother of those inseparable brothers, Eric and Erouge. Eric and Erouge love being together. I'm French too, I guess. Maybe I should be German. It seems they met some large yellow birds on a wide open plain. Roger is having such a good time. He said he put off seeing snow, whatever that is. Oh yeah, I don't want to see snow either. He stands there for too long without getting command input. He starts punching his own hand. It's ridiculous.
That's the gist of it.
So, I'm sorry. What was that again? Mother of the inseparable brothers, live together. That's some large yellow birds.
That's
Okay, so the snow would be Mount Gagazet, the birds, and the open plain is the calm land, so it would sound like these guys popped up to an area between the calm lands and Mount Gagazet. So it's probably if I go to Mount Gagazet and start heading towards the calm lands, that'll be the fastest way to find them. I don't know how far we can get with this quest before it tells us no more until Act 5, young lady, but I imagine that point's coming fairly soon. Let's save here in case we don't get another chance. That's ridiculous. We will land next to a save point when we drop down to Mount Xanarkand, so that's where we should save. Or Mount Gagazet. Excuse me. One thing I really haven't bothered to do at all is see what happens if you go up all the way to that top of that mountain, in the place that used to be covered by clouds, I guess, and visit where Boris the Spider was in Act 1. I think in Act 2 you can't access it. Maybe you can in Act 3. I want to save my game now, in case I screw up this minigame, since I've become obsessed now with winning every time and seeing if that gives you anything special. I'm told from a fairly reliable source that winning the last one gets you the garment grid whether you won the previous ones or not. And it's the garment grid, the whatever growth garment grid. So I think it's, well, no, we already got a garment grid that has something to do with growth. I guess you can't go up from the top one and appear at the bottom. Indomitable, Intrepid. No, there's a different one. So there must be one that has experience growth, which would be good if we decide we want to do the optional super dungeon as part of the first playthrough. Because I'm toying with the idea that the second playthrough is just going to be ignore all optional stuff and showcase how short the game is if you skip all optional stuff. What is that sound? That sound is... Oh. Well, okay. Everything's coming up Peptars. The brother gatekeepers. They come up for you, Yuna. This is odd. So there's two of them, but they're collectively... Yeah, and I was also thinking off screen as I did this. It's like, okay, so is this really how marksmanship works? It's not that you have to aim at anything. It's just you point your gun straight forward and wait for the targets to move around until they're... Yeah. Alright, it's kind of like that carnival mini game. It's not called a mini game when it's not a video game. Kind of like that carnival shooting gallery game. But anyway. Together they can conquer anything, but Erect does all the heavy lifting. So yeah, they are one collective target. And my big thing is I just gotta try not to miss. And it seems like it's a good idea to wait a while. And don't try to shoot them the first time you get a chance. That's completely missing every single time here. Damn nation, I'm sucking. So I screwed up there by not dodging. Didn't dodge, and I got destroyed as a result. So, boy, that was bad. I really hope that I don't spend the entire video trying to do this, because now I want to win the damn Cactuar minigame. It's bothering me. And there are going to be ones eventually where there's a lot of distance to cover between the nearest save sphere and the damn minigame. So, basically, I think the best advice is take your time. Dodge like a fiend every time you attack, and don't worry about losing points for dodging. Because if you just press and hold the dodge button after you attack, I think they can't take away your ammos. But yeah, just take your time. And the timing on when you have to shoot to actually hit them, I can't consistently get it right. Damn, a little too fast that time. I had a pretty good run going. You must get good points for chain. No great commentary either, I'm just too absorbed. Damn. Damn it! There I go, I lost. Because sometimes even when you hit it at the right time, they do a little somersault flip animation and it says miss. So I feel like I should be aiming at the little one that doesn't move, it just jumps. Or I mean, it doesn't move, it just jumps. It doesn't move back and forth or jump up and down, it just sits there rocking. That's the one I should be targeting. Oh boy, was it a very bad idea to commit to trying to win all of these? That is possible. It is entirely possible. I mean, right from the get-go, I was like, I am not on camera or off. I am not going to attempt to perfectly do the Thunder Tower calibration game. I decided that right up front, so... Why is this one different? I don't know. Maybe it's just because I want to see the Cactuars suffer by getting repeatedly shot in the face. Does that mean I have some kind of a problem? This is going to turn into the PR minigames of Cactuar minigames. I got pretty close that time. The problem is the ones where you get close take a while, so it's a lot of time sunk into a failed effort. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare solemn Cactuar. Gotta get a good chain going to get points. Damn. Shooting too early. I think if you actually wait for the Cactuar to be on screen, you're not gonna hit. There I got a hit, but it didn't count. I guess if you're close but not quite on the money, it does the they dodge thing. I think I got it this time. Damn it. As soon as I say that. Fuck you! Motherfucker! And now that little bastard's over there taunting because he knows I should have won and they basically cheated me. No, I mean, I got the damn thing. Ah. The last shot, it was like fired off and the screen was on it and it was just like, you know what? Fuck you, you don't win. You don't win, JG. Go sit the fuck down, JG. You don't win the Cactuar minigame. Go home. You know you are home. Guess I got too confident. Had a good run going up front. Most of the time when I finally miss, it's because I'm going too early. I got this timing roughly down where the second of the two Chocobos first pops on screen, you kind of got to shoot right then. Because of whatever the timing is, that's when, by the time it registers with the game, the Cactuars will be on screen, but it's not right that fast. Well, whatever. I don't want to spend the whole video on this thing. They're faithful Chocobos, gotcha. Cactuars on, like neck bone. That time the chain was broken by me hitting and it deciding it didn't care. Damn. I think I am jumping the gun a little bit with this shooting with the Chocobo on screen. That I should have got him. Slow it down here. I can only afford one miss, and I can't afford to get hit with its counter. Oh, thank goodness. Blitzball victory, folks, except it's not Blitzball. It's even more irritating. It doesn't take as much time. You don't have to do it as often, but... Didn't get as good a score, but that doesn't matter. Time to take these two mofos back to the Cactuar Nation. Because those two are clearly mofos. And we're taking them back to their mother, so, that seems kind of inappropriate somehow. I guess I was backtracking, thinking that Calms Land, probably 6 1/2 dozen of the other. Yeah, I'll go back this way. Because I was thinking, oh, I'll go to the entrance to the Cavern of the Stolen Faith. I think it's pretty much interchangeable. And I'm going to take an unusual step here for me, and I'm going to try to pause mid-recording and pick this back up. If oh no, it won't let me do that. I'll break the recording. Never mind. I will wait on what I was going to quick do and do it at the end of the video instead. Oh, I didn't mean to actually save, but I don't suppose it could hurt. So I think we've got one more that we can do in this chapter, and then we're done with the Cactuar minigame. So if it takes me half of a video to deal with this new one, then this will actually, in a weird sort of way, work out. Because I can have a whole fresh video when it's time to go to Besaid, and that video might actually wait for my next recording session, because I might just call it a session now. But that is the inner workings of my LP. It's the kind of thing that you can only get on the bonus features of the DVD edition. It's coming out shortly. Blu-ray, I should say. DVDs are pretty much going out. The Criterion Laserdisc version of Series JG Let's Plays Final Fantasy X-2 coming soon. But for now, coming soon to the 90s. I guess Laserdiscs for the 2000s. Let's try out the Cactuar Mothers. Let's try you biting me. So the little one goes... He made like a rubber band noise, like... Now I can't get him to do it again. Okay, now that one did it. I guess it's not specific to which Cactuar you talk to. I'll translate. Welcome back, Arek and Roja. Wouldn't it be nice if you found some Chocobos to play with here in the desert?
That's the gist of it.
Huh. I'll translate. I am the mother Ibizalia the sage. I am Oskal's the wise mother. Ibizalia embarked to follow in the footsteps of our Cactuar forebears, who left the desert in ages past. Ibizalia, my sage son, have you found the Cactuar stones they left so long ago? Try not to get burned to a crisp, and take good care of yourself.
That's the gist of it.
Take good care of my baby. We gotta take that Cactuar baby back to the motherland, back to the Rodina. So yeah, it's gonna be in, I didn't even bother to check the fact, but that's pretty much gotta be the Thunder Plains. They're talking about the Cactuar stones, and they're talking about getting burned to a crisp. I'm just gonna check the Thunder Plains north, okay. I basically checked the fact just to get a shortcut as to which side of the Thunder Plains I wanted to start on, north or south, and it's north. Which means I probably want to teleport into Macalania Woods and head south from there is the fastest way to do this. Hopefully this doesn't teleport me into the, okay good, it did not teleport me into the snowy area where Owaka's shop is, because that would have actually not been all that great a thing for me. Would have kind of sucked, actually. I probably would have opted to hop right back in the airship and head for the Thunder Plains and cross the Thunder Plains if that had happened. But it didn't. So let's not worry about it anymore. I did not come back to help. What? I wonder if he keeps doing that even if you have full cleared them. I made an attempt on each one. So nothing still happens with the Cactuar stones. They're just acknowledged by this game as part of a clue to find, you know, other cactuars. So the fact says there's a little, like, structure, which I recall. Yeah, here it is. Kind of structure-shaped thing. There was a cinematic here, I think, with Riku under fear of Thundar. And if you search around here, well, there's a treasure chest, for one thing. So maybe this isn't it. Or maybe he's back behind it. Huh. I would have thought he was right in here somewhere. Maybe there's a different structure around here. Oh, there he is. You found Islaya. Isyla. You've heard the list of the power the gatekeeper acquired during his travels, teaming up with his newfound friends to come up with you. They explain the rules every time because, you know, if you're not using a fac and you're not good at figuring out the clues, there could be quite a lot of time between each of these battles for you. Isaiah and his cactus forebearers. The cactus war is on. Oh, okay. Damn. Okay, this one's really disorienting. You have to time it in a weird way. I think it's like the second one, but right as it appears. So if you try to shoot anywhere near the time he's on screen, you're going to hit the one behind him. Like that. I keep doing that. I don't know what it is. I can't get it right. I'm already out of it. I don't have enough ammo left now. I'm just trying to get better at the timing. It's not happening. I am not getting this at all. I'm nowhere close. And then he counterattacked me. No, wow, that was not going good at all. Oh well, maybe I'll vastly improve. Yeah, overall score of 0, so that's... But he's cooperating, so that's great. This might be another one where I end up, boy, am I going to spend the next 7 minutes trying to do this? The timing on this one's just bizarre. And I can't... Somehow those, like, 2 stone things are way harder for me to, like, wrap my head around which one's which than the chocobos. One of the chocobos was taller than the other, or, like, floating at a higher altitude or something. And the stones are oriented in different directions, and yet still, somehow, they're all blurring together in my mind. My frazzled mind. I really am so tired of this guy. So I believe he's kind of on the other end of this outcropping on the map is a lake. Yeah. Sneaking up behind him, help? No? Is he scared and has fewer hit points? Cactuar forebears are just statues. That's a bit weird. They're angled totally different. And now her head's like banging around back and forth. I don't know if that happened to the other ones. Did that count as a hit? Why not? Aim again. Damn it! Okay, I'm being very quiet now. I'm trying to concentrate fully on the ridiculous Cactuar minigame that doesn't mean anything. God damn. Glad I'm dodging there. It's always the risk that I'll forget I'm supposed to dodge. Fuck! Fuck! I got to 2 hit points left, 2 bullets left, and... Ugh. And Yuna feels deep personal shame. You have failed all of Spira by not defeating this Cactuar in the minigame. The residents of Spira wish they'd been allowed to die at Sin's hands, rather than suffer the indignity of their greatest champion falling in the Cactuar minigame. Yeah, that's what's going on. Thank God for the charm angle. Can you imagine if we had like 2 or 3 jobber monster fights between every effort to defeat that Cactuar? Of course, if we do get a new chance to feel the urge to kick that guy in the balls with every time we need to play the Cactuar minigame. The good news is that I believe, because you know there's 10 of them total, we already found a group of where there were 2 together. I don't think we actually have 10 of this minigame to go through in total. And this is the last time we'll be able to do it until we get to Act 4. So if I just finish this damn thing, we'll have a little reprise from it. Whistle of the Sage. Sword of the Sage is Cactuar. Furious 5 Cactuar Dancers. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay, just chill. Had a good run going there for a while. Lost my chain bonus, but that's okay. I think I got it this time. Just gotta stay calm. Can't ever get hit with that counter. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay. Calm. Only gotta get him 2 more times. Woo! He got me with the counter, but it didn't matter. And Yuna once again triumphs over a vegetable. Princess Yuna versus the Salad Kingdom. Azalea is finally cooperating, take him back to Cactuar Nation of Domination. And because of the timing on this, I guess we'll actually call it a video. And haven't decided for 100% sure. That's probably going to be a session for me as well. So I can maybe get something else done here this evening. No big deal one way or the other. Yeah. No, why am I doing that? I want to board airship. We might as well go drop him off with his mother and get the word that the Cactuar minigame is over for now. And then we can save our game. With an exciting new adventure ahead of us, I think we'll do Besaid first because, you know, as long as we've been putting it all the hot stuff, hotspot plot stuff off forever, but in theory, we should be worried about our friends in Besaid, right? I mean, you know. So if we finally are going to go deal with one of them, I'd want to do that first. Then Kilika can rot while we go back to Bavel and check and see what happens there, because there's something else that I thought was going to happen that maybe you have to do a hotspot before it can trigger. Then we'll go on with Kilika, and like most of the other acts so far, in fact, you have to clear the hotspots and then the interim story stuff, and then a final story thing will trigger. So we'll deal with that. So the game is not going to end when we deal, or the chapter won't end when we're done with Besaid and Kilika. There will be another plot thing trigger. And even if you've never played the game, if you think about it, puzzle it out, you'll probably be able to guess where. I'll translate. That is the layer of the oh damn it, that's not the right place to go. And now this guy has a Russian accent too.
That's the gist of it.
So where's your mama, kid? Oh, down here. Those are just kid cactuars that have been giving me all this trouble too. And imagine what the grown-up cactuars could do as far as a bizarre mini-game that involves like Yuna being forced to aim at different objects and having to time her shots as her aim is controlled by an external force. Yalla, I think it's time you took a little nap. And then she kills her own daughter. Or son, I guess. Oh, well, we do have another one to talk to. I wasn't expecting this, actually. I'll translate. I am Chiapa's mother. Little Chiapa is doing just fine. I'll let him be just a little while longer. Be a dear and leave him alone just a touch more, would you? Okay, so that's the game's way of telling you, you know what, stop it. Go do the story. You can come back for this in Chapter 5. We couldn't come up with two separate things to have going on in Chapters 3 and Chapter 5 for the Baikonur Desert. What, do you think we're made of content? At last, he thought we would never leave. He's just deeply disappointed in us for having made him wait. So now we will save, and we will be well and truly done with Baikonur Desert until Chapter 4. Other than maybe talking to them via Comsphere in Chapter... yeah. No, I was right. Until Chapter 4, we're done. Chapter 4, I don't think we visit this place. I think we just talk to them by Comsphere, but I don't really remember for sure. We'll definitely be back in Chapter 5 to deal with the rest of the Cactuar Nation of Domination. I'm the Mysterious JG. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.